What's up, Hippo lovers on YouTube? We are looking at the quarterfinals and have an absolute banger on our hands here. We have a crazy team here with Age of Empires 4 superstars. We have the Spanish brothers VortiX, Pocket, and LucifroN, with the French flank, teaming up with the Greek player, the Mista, who is playing the Mongol flank. And they are playing against players that are absolute beasts in Age of Empires 2, had great performances in Age of Empires 1 even, and are now playing in Age of Empires 4 quite a bit with mixed success. I would think at least ACCM, probably the biggest name there, and they are all from Vietnam. Have also the Rus flank, went for the English pocket, nearly no likey, and we have the French flank here. I'm a bit confused by that. We are playing on Arabia, and civilization rules are if you pick civilizations, you're not allowed to repeat them in the next game, but later in the set again. So basically the 3 civs of the game before are always blocked. And typically, at least in what we learned in Age of Empires 2 team games, flanks, those are the 2 players on the outside, have shorter distances to their opponents, while the people in the pocket, a bit of a longer distance till they get to their opponent. Therefore, the more mobile civilization most of the time was put into the pocket position, and this time they go for English, which is the most immobile civilization out of all the 6 here. I want to see Vietnam Legends versus VCL. Not going to happen unless you organize a show match. And we already see quite an interesting wheelbarrow farm opening here by Cool. Ooh, that's interesting. Venus Cool, crazy player, was completely overshadowed by ACCM, BacT, and Say My Name. Those 3 probably bigger names, but Cool won Vietnamese championships, was considered at some point to be top 5 in AoE 1 even, which is a super competitive game, and by the way, for some people that don't know, has way more viewer numbers than Age of Empires 2, 3, and 4 combined. And you can even throw AoE Online and AOM on there on top, obviously. And so he was really competitive, really good. AoE 2 probably multiple times reached top 50. And some good tournament results. Let's see what he can bring to the table in AoE 4. We'll watch his... how's it called? What was the Phantom Menace quote? We will follow your career with great interest. Something like that, right? Isn't that what Palpatine is saying to Anakin? Think so. Can you tell if you will be flanked pocket from the lobby? Yes. Actually, LidaKor, the host of the tournament, did some research, and actually by the order how people join the lobby, you can decide on who is pocket and who is the flank. But you don't know right flank or left flank. That's something you can't decide. Los Pollos teams look so busted? Yes. Team obviously Los Pollos Hermanos, the fast food chain from Breaking Bad, their nickname. On the other side, the nickname was Vietnam Legends. I went for VNS, the nickname that they used a lot in Age of Empires 2. Golden Gate, no surprise here by our Rus players. Obviously, School of Cavalry from our French Arena players, and Council Hall relatively late, being built by 8 villagers now. Another thing that I don't like too much. Just rushing out so massively, and Deer Stones here with double pasture. Over pretty close. Huh. 500k for German championship would be Craigism. Ah. Well, actually German championship, like, it's crazy how many good players Germany has, right? How many people are in the top 100 right now that are German? Like 6? It's really big, yeah. Can't that be a factor? You have to define what you mean there. Wooden Fortress, not my favorite place. I think I would have chopped 1 or 2 more trees and then went for it after not seeing the tower rush. Wooden Fortress now here for the defense as well, building it with 2 villagers. And obviously we are playing professional scouts. No surprise here. And professional scouts should be flying in. Ooh, way later. Way later. Interesting. So a solid like 50 seconds behind VortiX timing. So maybe build order not that great here from Mr. BacT. There's a massive gap between yellow and blue. Oh yeah, that's problematic. Yellow a bit on his own, but as you know, Mongols, they can build their base quite compact. Pastures being built, so everything close together. Plus the pastures obviously working better next to the oval. Horsemen defending. I think we will play maybe 4 horsemen and then, or early horsemen, and then a fast castle behind this. Could be problematic, but Rus just building 4 archer ranges here, and there will get there in reasonable time. Hunt for professional scouts here at the top, and then probably we're going for some knights. So far, relatively passive game. Best of 5 on our hands. Whoever wins 3 games in a row wins the whole set. Any questions that I missed? Not really. More scouts, obviously being used to get some idea. One of English pocket is for slinging. Slinging, obviously the term that Age of Empires 2 players are using for sending resources over to your teammates. A very common strategy in Age of Empires 2 team game. I think there is a base tax of 30% though. So you have to pay 30% to Age of Empires basically, if you want to send resources. What's pocket? The player in the middle. What's the bounty of the 2 Rus players? We have BacT at 440 and VortiX at 465. So neither player broke tier 3 yet. Horseman scaring this one away. Quite nice. Quite nice. And we're getting the Abbey of Trinity. Most likely for both players. A bit earlier by VortiX as well. So a bit better of a build-up, I would say. Any rules against sending resources? Not to my knowledge, but as I said, 30% tax there. I don't think it's very needed. Zwirnblatt will remember what day it is, to know what language we are talking. And booming this build makes more sense. Well, we see the town center here. But still, am I this happy with this build? I just feel like longbowmen are just so immobile and it takes so long to go to the other player. Already quite some scout losses here for Mr. BacT. Wouldn't be surprised if he won't have too many deer around his base pretty soon. Huh. And I'm also not a big fan of booming. From what we have seen in show matches, from what we have seen in practice games, kind of. It feels like lots of aggression always paid off. Rarely have we seen people adding extra TCs. The only successful game we have seen added extra TCs was Mr. Yo in one game as a French flank. Most of the time it felt like more army, more aggression, trying to put on the pressure. Worked out better. Longbows also costly. I don't know how he can produce from 2 TCs and landmark. Well, he delayed it a bit. Plus he has all those farms, right? He delayed his fuel age timing a bit. So economy is relatively crazy. I wouldn't be too surprised if he can still make it work. What would surprise me is if those longbows actually get too much damage done. Production will be there. The villagers will be pumped out. But I don't see him really contributing. Oh, LucifroN? It's a bit sloppy, loses 1 knight. Just sends that one away. 17 HP. Could maybe toy with the others. No, and second knight lost. A bit of a sloppy play here. I'm a bit surprised that he allows that one. I felt like he was more on point microing those away. And now this one with 6 HP. Lost the third one. Not the craziest play by LucifroN ever. Hi, what is the best civ for lot resources or all same? For lot resources? Probably Holy Roman Empire. They get lots resources, lots fast. Get lots relic. Yeah. I think. It's the question is heavily oversimplifying the game. So sorry if I didn't go into depth. Only like you shouldn't pick a civilization by only like who can pick more resources. There are so many different approaches. One civilization is better in getting food. One civilization is better in getting gold. One civilization is better in getting gold when gold is running out. Other civilization is better in getting gold from relics. Others from sacred sites. So the game is so much more complex than thinking, okay, that is the one civilization that has the best economy. Yeah. Oh, and another night kill here. Horse archers are around. VortiX sitting at a solid 29 military already, while BacT is sitting on 13. So more than double the military. Let's see exact horse archer numbers. How is this one? How is 14? Oh, for BacT, yeah. That's 8 horse archers, and VortiX sits at 21. Wow. That's just such a big difference, and there was not a lot of fighting going on. Pocket obviously makes it way easier than the distraction there. BacT maybe had a bit of fear in his head that Mista would come up with something. But this is now really tricky here for Mr. ACCM. VortiX, LucifroN and Mista obviously going into this one as maybe the favorites to win the whole tournament. At least the favorites in this set. Simply because the names on the other side are big in esports and big in Age of Empires titles. But the 1v1 skill probably not there, and right now I'm not sure about the strategic capabilities. I at least don't see that English are paying off here as the pocket too well, but for now pushing those horsemen away. Sacred sites now being taken control of here by Mr. BacT. Had the warrior monk but now lost, trying to get some relics, but actually didn't get a single one yet. Maybe getting 3 relics and then trying to go for sacred sites could have been an option. Tougher to lose those relics, and now another raid. More villagers are going to die. Longbowmen from distance though should be doing a good job in defending this. We'll find some scout kills. Are we seeing those moving in? Nah. Disengaging TC, obviously lots of fire, and that's a lot of longbowmen now as well. But now we see the big problem that I've been mentioning. Now once they see all the longbowmen here, disengage and go to VNS cool space, or maybe even go to BacT space. And the longbowmen will have a long time till they are able to join the fights. Sacred site still under control for BacT. So good for them. 4 archery ranges, and we already have 3 relics. Should get some more here. And now the fight, and that's what I'm saying, right? Now the longbowmen can't really help out. Ay. Rushing out the white tower, but that's going to be some villager losses, or at least some delayed time here. Not too many villagers died here, I believe. Not really sure. Let me see this. Yeah, not a single villager died. Quite surprising. Maybe some longbows after this one. Lots of them got the charge attack, but not the second hit, then jumped into the CC. So actually pretty sweet save by Cool so far. But yeah, that's what I said. They are constantly chasing, and now the next attack target will be Mr. BacT, and I don't see him saving all his villagers if the opponent's team was really committing to a raid. Brothers doing it alone? Yeah, I'm a bit surprised what Mista is up to here. Just plays it really defensively. Maybe some more. Oh, he went for Mango Die opening here at the side. Now goes for the Longbowman. Seems like a kill there. But the white tower goes up. So should be a really solid save. Now some more sacred sites being controlled. And we have the Lancers being mixed in as well. But ACCM has to disengage. Tricky spot. While we see VortiX just dominating this one really nicely. And Longbowman from distance. Still finding some good kills, but it's simply so tricky to get all those kills. Sacred Site Control, now being secured by VortiX, has 5 relics right now and is taking another Sacred Site. Maybe I can give you the income counter a bit for a change as well, so that you can see that Mista is looking pretty crazy on gold. Obviously using the Step Reduct and a solid 14, now 15 villagers for his gold income as well. While we see no real fighting in the center. And ACCM right now, how does he not have a single gold mine? Oh, his main gold ran out and he is expanding towards... He's trading? Okay, so he's trading right now and is not on gold at all. I'm not sure what this strategy is. Let's go into ACCM's point of view. Okay, apparently that gold might be too open for him. And he's just running over somewhere? And he goes to the gold below cool space. So that simply means there's no night production for at least a minute now. Ah, okay, he's using the market a bit. Yeah, he's juggling the resource quite a bit. Now cancelled some nights to go to the next age. And trade obviously can be nice here. But 281 gold. So they pay off pretty quickly. But they're obviously really easy to raid. And oh boy, that's a big raid now. Oh, yo, 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 yo. An army out of position. Now taking more sacred sites. Villagers here are interrupted. And where are the longbowmen? Again, they take so much time to get over there. And I am shocked that a team with this experience in a very honestly similar game, Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 4, is simply picking the wrong positions here. I don't think English should ever be in the flank, in the pocket position. They simply like... It's by far the civilization with the strongest economy here, with really strong units, but did they ever really get the fights in that they wanted? I did not see it that well. Yeah, ACCM advertising AOEbuilds.com, website for Age of Empires 2 strategies and build orders. And yeah, now that's the problem, right? And that's why we question trade so much. It's just so big, so impossible to defend. And I am pretty sure... Oh no, this might not be a GG. This could have been a drop. No, this is a GG. Venus cool, eliminated. Not something that I liked. What can I say? And I was scared of it from the beginning. The positioning, the shift choices, and I don't want to say I told you so, so I won't. And cool, actually, with the extra TC, wasn't that far ahead. He was here shortly before reaching Castle Age, but then the big raids came in, the rest of the pack all pretty far, close together, but military count should just be pretty much VortiX dominating here. BacT had pretty solid horse archer numbers as well, but it feels like, look at that. Compare the two players, and twice the Europeans were ahead over the Vietnamese players. KDs, Mista looking pretty hot there, VortiX positive KD, and LucifroN. And on the other side, negative, negative, and negative KD. Poof. Oh, I mixed up the scoreboard. Happens to the best of us. And should be safe now. Europeans looking strong in this one. The winner waiting on this one is Team Kyo, a team from Taiwan that looked incredibly strong in the quarterfinals and beat Team Marine Lord Capochera in the round of 16. And welcome to game number 2. Convincing game number 1 for Los Pollos Hermanos. Now the home map of the Vietnamese team, Vietnam Legends. They decided on the Nubi River. Los Pollos Hermanos is going for Holy Roman Empire Pocket. They decided to put one of their flanks as Chinese and the other flank as Delhi. Delhi, obviously, to contest the river a bit at the start. Early dock, go for some shenanigans. We also have a Delhi flank here, being ACCM. Vienna's cool is the Chinese pocket. And we have BacT as the Mongol flank. And I don't see a lot of villagers in the center here. Did he already send a villager out somewhere? Ah, that was mainly here. Opens with a stable. Okay. Okay. Distance obviously long, and once galleys are out, or like one fishing ship is out, you can't really harass the Delhi player anymore. Distance is really long. Okay, I think that's something that we have not seen too much of, and I'm really curious on how many fishing ships he's going to go. Obviously, every single minute he's not building a dock himself, he's behind an economy. So that will certainly be something interesting. Also, no dock opening on this side by Mr. Cool. Don't tell me they're completely ignoring the water. Am I confused here? Sorry for the fast scrolling. And I also want to see, do I have... Ah, yeah. Now it will be less laggy for you. And no one is at the river at the 2-minute mark, except Mr. ACCM. On the other side, one fishing ship out, one fishing ship out. And, oh, blue is not going for it. Is VortiX not going for water? I don't like that. Fishing? Oh, look at that. Sheep sling. Sending sheep over to VortiX. Oh, knowing okay. Mista is going for the heavy fish. So it won't need it. And VortiX will play a relatively fast feudal age timing here. Goes for the Aachen Chapel, 3 villagers. Likely to be fast castle. And then trying to get relics. I would assume night play feels like a reasonable option. And now the question is, how many scouts are we going for here for BacT? Seems like 4, maybe more. And yeah, Cool and ACCM already harassing. And that's going to be 6 scouts. So very likely that the docks will be harassed here. Not a bad opening. If it wasn't for the fishing boats that can easily come over and defend. And then maybe having a villager around here could be an option. Now attacking those scouts. But remember, scouts are healing. Is it worth attacking the dock? Well, right now, as you still know, we are in the state that scouts do quite some reasonable amount of damage against buildings, simply because you can attack faster than you should with the animation cancelling. And something that probably the Vietnam team was counting on is, okay, we can harass at least 2 docks. The one of LucifroN and the one of VortiX. But Mista doing a good job of protecting here. Plus, VortiX didn't even dock. So it's actually only 1 dock that they can harass, and not even that easily. 2 people water and send sheep to the 3rd person seems kind of good. Yeah, I don't mind that. If you need that many sheep though, right? Means professional scouts is probably not what he is playing. Now stays heavily on this one. I'm a tiny bit confused, but not the worst thing ever. Can it be heavily on food and gold? Can be an early uptime. Doesn't need a single villager on wood right now. 1 is totally fine. More scouts here, and now obviously the towers will be really good, but only 1 villager with 6 HP. Oh, this is ugly. This is ugly. Could easily die to a fishing ship. Ooh, this probably be a super fast castle time. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something sub 7 minutes. Goes for more and more sheep. I'm not sure. Can you actually kill the sheep of your teammate? I would think so. Yeah, you can kill the sheep of your opponent. So feels likely. Villager went down. Mista committed to scout there. Oh, that outpost is stopped for now. And BacT, is he sending another villager? I don't see one. Ay. So that is stopped. Maybe sending another villager there could have been an option. I'm trying to look at the minimap. Don't really see any purple dots moving over. And now the big wall here by Mr. LucifroN, together with the defense here of the fishing ships. Feels very reasonable. 1 villager at the wrong side, though. I think those spoilers will fight against the BC, the Muslim team, in the finals. Not the wildest prediction. Not the wildest prediction. Obviously, the Taiwanese team. One has still a saying in that one. Plus, obviously, this Vietnamese team and WWP, the Chinese superstars. Those semifinals to be played tomorrow on Saturday. Also, with Fast Castle Age, you can rush for demo, get water. Yeah, I don't think that's really what we will see here. I think it will be rush to get gold. Mista now reaches Feudal Age. And yeah, this seems like a click up. Really fast castle. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Huh. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Ragnar's Cathedral, obviously super efficient. I'm not sure if you need that much on food now. I think maybe someone would. Depends on what your game plan is. Maybe it's a fast imp after this? I think this might be fast imp by VortiX. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. He still has so many sheep. This could be such a nice strategy. This honestly could be like a sub 11 minute fast imp. With Schwabia. Well, this villager certainly is going to go down. So lots of scouts, 12 scouts. Animation cancel here, goes for some kills. You can't even cancel the dock now because then the Mongol player will get the extra resources as well. And will just catapult them into Feudal Age. Well, what are the plays that we see on the other side? So, Song Dynasty play by Cool. With some fishing ships. We have the Delhi player. Only one mosque, some stone, walled off that area. I was pulling some galleys to save this. I think one galley would have been nice. And the first monks are getting killed. I think this should be one relic into the Ragnar's Cathedral. And now fully on food again. Yeah, this is a fast in play. Interesting. And then you don't need a single villager on wood, actually. Could have been one faster. Like, not one faster. I mean, like, cutting it even more if they wanted to. Yeah, don't look at the score, please. It's not really that relevant in Age of Empires 4 right now with how it's calculated. Oh, now the commitment against the dog. This one looks good. Those are two nice strategies clashing against each other. Exactly what we wanted to see in this tournament. Like that scout opening and so many fishing ships not dropping off food. That's surely 200-300 food still in the hands of those fishing boats. On their boats. And now some spearmen. Second TC here as well. Looks like Tang Dynasty though. Oh wait. What is the dynasty called? The normal one? We won't find out. Imagine how it would feel to see the enemy imp at 11 minutes, lol. That's exactly what we will see, honestly. Like VortiX, he can click up any second. He's, yeah, half a minute away from clicking up. This will be sub 11 minute fast imp. Without fish. Be reminded, this is without fish. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, VortiX might reach imp. Market? Okay, maybe he feels he has too much gold. I think pulling those villagers away could make lots of sense now as well. I think fish delay you to imp, you have to invest too much wood first. Yeah, I disagree. And fights another villager kill. That dog could go down. Finally some spearmen around. Hardened spearmen here. And yeah, we'll push that away. Barbecue now being built. So goes for Song as well. And yeah, 3 spearmen. Apparently good enough against those here. And some spearmen also from the Mista to defend this off. Double barracks, double blacksmith play. Getting some more upgrades in. Pretty solid water. Fields kind of safe. Both players walling, or both teams walling off. And BacT still without a dog. Same goes for Mr. VortiX, who got imp at 10:23. A 10 minutes, 23 second Imperial Age timing. Market not really used. I think I would have liked to see some improvement there. Quote unquote, only 2 relics in the cathedral. It's been a while since I've been able to catch Neely's stream. Hey yo! So since Holy Vampire can't inspire the fish sheep is even better. So yeah. Very nice play by VortiX. I'm a big fan. So some spearmen here now. So he should get a 3rd relic in the center. And then his setup should just be so good. So good. Villager count in 5 minutes is something we can take a look at. Well, we see 4 players in Feudal Age, 1 in Castle Age, and 1 player in Imp. Does not feel fair. Outpost now. Okay. Scared of those scouts, apparently. Yeah. You're dead. Hey, yo. Spearman for the defense. Makes lots of sense. Compound on the defender. Will we see Team GL play in an AV4 tourney someday soon? Well, not in that one. And there's no other team game AV4 tournament announced. So I can't confirm that. Another try here. What are those villagers up to? Mining camp? Why not this stone? Why are we going for the further away stone? That's weird. Can need some more houses. Still no farms. Could go for the steer. Obviously farming around this area. Feels very, very strong here. What benefit does Holy Roman Empire Imp get? They get Palace of the Swabia, which is basically build 1 villager, get 3 for free. The stats that are shown here are kind of wrong. It's simply a quarter of the cost and a quarter of the time for villagers. And that's what you can see. Main town center is not even used. And that sounds a bit powerful, no? Well, in 1v1 it's not the major problem, because obviously 11-minute imp timing, the opponent will punish you before that. Unless it's a super wallable map, like Hill and Dale, where we have seen the strategy. But on Arabia, it's not really a landmark that's too strong. But yeah, in those scenarios, it might feel crazy. Best landmark in the game by itself. Not impossible. Oh, Karak being built. Hello. Okay, so we had a dock. Is it? Oh, triple dock here. So demo and the demo upgrade already. Oh no. Oh no, we are seeing it, guys. Oh, yeah. So big mistake here by the developers. They wanted to do plus 40% range for the demo ship in upgrade, but the upgrade is actually plus 140% radius increase, which actually makes them like 8.7 times more efficient. So this is like incredible range, incredible damage, and they are very broken right now. And that's basically what Team VortiX is aiming for here. Okay, but you can trade this one 2 for 1. You stop playing AV2? No. Played this week. Signed up for a tournament this week. I heard you like explosions. If you like explosions, this one could be a really nice game for you indeed. Okay, let's take a look at villager numbers. 78 for VortiX. 67, 45, 99 for LucifroN. That's solid. 101. $30 fishing ships apparently helping out. That's quite a solid build then. Okay. Huh. 71 for Mista, 121 for Cool. Okay, so actually VortiX isn't that crazy far ahead. Obviously those relics are worth 7.5 villagers each. So that's nice as well. Yeah. Why is the demo bug not fixed yet? It's bad. It's bad. Yeah. And now on demo you can see like they're trying to do something. But it's just like the demo, like the dock went down and the 4 fishing ships, and you saw the radius. It's so bad. It's so bad. And they can just run. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And it's just like mass demo spam now. Oh no. Don't even try to build a... Don't try to build something next to it. Look at that. An elephant. He lost 840 HP. Against the demo. What are you to, Tony? My schedules and all the tournaments I'm playing always down below. Okay, now goes for the Stonewall. Sacred Site Control number 1. Sacred Site Control number 2. Split off right now. And this is like you saw. One demo killed all the villagers behind this one. You can't even properly tower against this. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Simply bugged. And the upgrade is 150 food, 350 gold. As you can see, 40% is what the game is actually telling you. But that's not the case. And this is dominating this map. The only thing that we have seen work against it are bombards, actually. Just snipe the demos from distance. That's the way to go. Could they not just ban demos for the tourney or do a gentleman's agreement not to use them? I would absolutely be in favor of it. Yep. Just, I think demos are fine. I think simply you are not allowed to do this upgrade. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, interested. Spirit Way in the center of the map. They really feel like they have a lot of map control then. Okay. Okay, and it's full siege infantry play here by VortiX. Makes lots of sense. Fire Lancers by LucifroN. Also makes lots of sense. And our Daddy player is going infantry and some side control here apparently. Okay. Okay. Okay, Tower Elephants now harassing this one. Quite solid stuff. Now Men-at-Arms are moving forward. Mista still stuck in Castle Age. Same for ACCM. I think they will stay there for quite some time. Im simply takes quite a bit till it gets really efficient. And yeah, fishing ships under a lot of threat here. Don't think you can really save them. One demo can just easily block this one off. And I think now the next step is actually to build docks at the other side. And just get them. And then you have the full control. And then once you clear up the center, you kind of won the game. At least in my opinion. But easier said than done, obviously. Opponents are going for quite some army as well. Okay, full siege now. More bombards. Taking some time here. The Delhi player goes up with the Palace of Sultan. Automatically produces Tower War Elephants. Obviously you want to put in your 4 scholars there for faster production. What is the other one? I don't even know. You kind of always go for that one, right? And that was one demo. What was going down? Like 20? 18? Well. We knew about it before. We knew about jumping into this game. And certainly the opponents knew about this one before as well. Because we have seen it in the other quarterfinals as well. So no big surprises there. And more demos are flying in. And now the demos are getting sad because they can't find more kills. And now they're just blocking this crossing here. Fire Lancers could be potentially clearing this one up. And Fire Lancers obviously crazy damage. That's not cool bug abusing. Yeah, but look at this. This is another bug abuse. The game obviously not in the perfect state right now. Lots of people are hoping for the next patch to fix a lot of stuff there. I hope they get penalized. No. It's a known thing and people do it quite a bit. Both teams have that as an option. And now the demo, as you can see, should just delete and kill all those. And all those went down as well. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, do you think Archer E are must pick on this map? They're really good. And they're not that great, I believe, on Arabia maps. So I think they are a great choice here, yeah. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Now Fire Lancers can just get over here, try to clear up. And it is wild. Yeah. What's wrong with Fire Lancers? I think they do more splash damage than they, or like more torch damage than they're intended to do, or something like that. I'm not sure if they are bugged or if they are just way too strong, because their damage against buildings is just crazy good. Okay, Bombards around now. Mista is in. Every single player is in. So makes lots of sense. And now we have some men-at-arms around here as well. By the way, funny funny video today on Reddit. 4 Landsknechts against like 60 villagers. And everyone 3-sliced and every single villager was dead. Was a good video. 40 seconds long. Now the big push here, VortiX getting lots and lots of control. And yeah, it will be tricky here for the Vietnamese team. Like, they're not even trying to go for water. They pick a water map, and 22 minutes in, they don't even have a single dock. Ooh. Feels like AV4 needed 1 more year in development. I don't think so. I think it needed 1 good month of beta testing. Yeah. That's what it needed. Like, this is something you can figure out in week number 1. That this is way too strong. I don't think we needed a full year. No. I honestly believe that within 3 patches, this will be a really good game. Yeah. That's my honest belief. And let's hope that those 3 patches are coming rather quickly than... well, rather early than later. 1 in January, 1 in February. Would be nice. Would make me happy. The game is way too good for not needing a full year. A good month or 2 would have done wonders. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, the game is good, but it really needs those adjustments because sometimes it's really frustrating to deal with this bug abusing. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is agreeing with you in that regard. But I don't think you need a year to fix that. Oh, another delete could easily happen here. That demo could kill everything. This is not really a pair thing if there's a demo. In March it should be pretty good. Wouldn't that be the dream? Like 2 patches. And then maybe some big tournaments. That would be nice. Would be nice. Is animation cancelling a bug exploit? Yes. It was planned to be fixed in the last patch. And actually they fixed it for all ranged units. But not for the melee units. Yeah. It's clearly not intended. And people don't want it into the game. Okay, do we have any wonders that I might have missed? Wonder timer, no. Sacred tracker, 1-1. Okay, so nothing too crazy. You can see some of the resources, so wonder could even be an option at some point. But it just feels like VortiX is just doing so well with his bombards. Fire Lancers helping out from LucifroN, infantry from Mista, more demos controlling this one. It just felt Vietnam didn't really play the water on this map, and that was their own home map. Now the full wall in here at the side by Mista, he gets so much control. Bombards are trying to deal with that, but it's still so annoying. What a nice move there for sure. Just getting so much control here, tower rushing the side. Compound of Defender really doing the work there. And the full center now belongs to the Europeans. Just running over this one quite nicely. And now more walls from Mista. We'll get some towers there. We'll obviously build those stone walls quite quickly as well. And they're simply getting more and more of a foothold of this area. Look at all the yellow control there at the bottom. So second sacred site coming in pretty soon as well. Then we have another timer starting. But I think the game might be over before that. Trying to move some over here. And it just felt like water was ignored too much. And yeah, players are resigning. Pretty one-sided game again. Hi. What was it? 10 minutes, 20 seconds Imperial Age into those demos that are too strong right now. Into the full control of the water. Then better economies went into the crazy economy. And then kind of VortiX deciding the game alone there, it felt. Oh man, villagers, as you can see, going wild. Cool, with quite a nice boom as well. China there. And military count. We obviously always had some drops here. Always some demos hitting in. And statistics, let's take a look at military count. VortiX 131 to 77. So I thought this could have been crazier. LucifroN getting most of the kills there with the raids and against the buildings in the center. VortiX even 48 raisings there. Pretty crazy. Had enough bombards. Another really one-sided game. Not knowing the specialty of the maps, I feel. 7:17 the cast edge timing. I think 11:20 was the imp timing. Pretty damn solid play by VortiX. And 2-0 in quite a convincing fashion. And now even the home map. Welcome to game number 3. 3 match points here for Los Pollos Hermanos. VortiX this pocket with Ruse. He will have Mista, the Mongol flank, and LucifroN French. So same setup for them again. And on the other side we have French flank. We have Ruse pocket now. So they changed that up a bit instead of English. And go for English flank this time. Makes lots more sense to me. Maybe they've confused positions last time. Maybe it was intentional. I certainly didn't like it. And maybe the better chance now. And maybe some punishment here for English towards the Mongols with some team play. We will see. English can be nice. VortiX now goes for the scout opening. Obviously lots of scouts here. Make a lot of sense. And you can go for some wild bounties here in the 3v3s. So many deer working for you. And LucifroN going for some deny here apparently. Interesting. How many will he get? Okay, only goes for 1 and then runs away. 10 gold stolen away from ACCM. Nothing too major though. And honestly, if this is the strategy that they're going for and basically mirroring the strategy of their opponents, when it at least comes to root horse archers, I see VortiX playing this one so much better than ACCM. He has the experience. That's the strategy that they probably trained. That's the strategy that they have executed before. And the opponent maybe tried to counter that one. Didn't really work out. And then mid-series trying to change up your strategy. I've rarely seen that one work. But I'm excited to see what we will see. Pasture. Now this time way closer to the town center. Simply because the ovo is further away. And berries can be taken. Going for gold for now. First farms being built by Cool. Last time on the Arabia game we have seen lots of farms by Cool as well. I think he had even 8 farms before clicking up to fuel age. Feels a bit crazy saying that out loud, but at least a big amount. School of Cavalry, no big surprises here. And expecting that pretty soon from LucifroN's side as well. Still lots of sheep around. Just working there as well. And obviously now rushing out to the Golden Gate. Then we will get to the professional scouts. And Later on, horse archers. To be expected. 300 gold on VortiX side. On the other side, ACCM is sitting at 375 already. Nice, nice, nice. For scout play, but still not on the way to fuel age. Ooh, so higher bounty. Quite some gold in the bank already. Quite some gold. But late. And way too much wood, no? Why do we need 200 wood here? Shouldn't we be mainly on food? 4 on wood for ACCM, and we have 2 villagers for VortiX. Building the Golden Gate faster. We are rushing it up with 8 now here, being ACCM. Interesting to see that. Obviously, French Mirror at the top should not really give us too many big surprises or upsets. Looks like a professional scout opening here by Mr. LucifroN. While BacT also should be going for that. And down here we see the council hall being built at a very reasonable spot. And we open with deer stones. Kind of expecting the Mista trying to get to Castle Age eventually here. More sheep coming home. But obviously the ultimate goal is simply to get all those deer under the town center. ACCM, I think he could have maybe gotten closer to that TC. Could have maybe saved that sheep. Didn't really happen though. And now the big question how the follow-up is going to be. Scout count for ACCM is at 4. VortiX on the other side is at only 3. So was cutting some corners there. Is going for professional scouts earlier and has 4 in the queue. Will be interesting to see how wild he is going there. 7 feels like a very reasonable number, simply because a typical deer patch has 7 deer, and then you can just raid the full patch for yourself. Or obviously for your teammates. Something we've seen quite a bit. Now finished, and now we can see the carry there. On the other side, professional scouts, still taking some seconds. 500 bounty now for VortiX. ACCM sitting at 530. So, very reasonable amounts here. Wooden Fortress coming up after that. And now more villagers on wood than I would have thought. 5 here for ACCM. On the other side, we see 5 as well. 5 as well. Pretty soon. After some shift clicks. Longbow production at the back. Hardened Spearman even. That is interesting. While we see Mista. Looks like he's cutting quite some corners. Or what are we up to? No building. Has a stable. Has only a Khan though. So didn't produce anything out of the stable. Oh. Oh. Okay. Interesting choice. And we have professional scouts as expected from Mr. BacT. Professional scouts from LucifroN. So no surprises at all here. And now the blacksmith, the second stable. So pretty much mirror in the pocket position and at the top. I think the only real diversity is something that we can see at the bottom with those longbowmen and spearmen. Now going forward. See how much they will find. Okay, mass horseman production. We did not see that too much yet. And now some archers mixed in. So this is kind of a 1v1 composition here. Distance longer means typically Mongols should have the better setup. I'm curious to see how this one will play out. Archer range now flying over there. Should produce double archers as well. But cool, maybe we'll be around interesting some. We are at 20% of the Trinity. Make it 30%. Same goes for ACCM. Slightly behind, but obviously no biggie in that regard. 10 villagers for VortiX, 8 for ACCM, and a misclick here. Or what happened? That felt intentional, but I didn't really understand it. More knight production, okay, they are coming in. Scouts for the defense here against the knights. Not a single villager loss. Knights shouldn't really go down either, and all that is saved for now. Scaring those away. More on the passive side. Double tower here for BacT being forced simply because his gold felt so open, felt so much at the front. Longbowman around, defensive tower. Probably denied here. Longbowman, they will have some reasonable range. Blacksmith now as well. And archer production not too wild for Mr. Mista. I just said that. Professional scouts now dropping by. Could also drop off some carcasses here. But maybe he just wants to go for the greedy approach and send them all home. We still have plenty of deer spots around the map that can be taken. At least that's what I wanted to say. But I actually struggled to find too many more. Horseman around. Wanted to intercept some reinforcements. That didn't really happen though. Another pasture. That's quite an ambitious scout here. Could maybe lose more HP and another volley. Yeah, should be the kill. Indeed. Scout goes down. Quite ugly because the scout obviously really important to get the vision over the wood line. And now the tower is just so good for Mista here. Has arrow slits on it. Villagers are moving in. Could maybe find a kill. No, didn't even happen. And might find a kill in return. Indeed, has to be pretty happy with that one. Quite surprised by that tower. I think it should have been closer to the wood line. At least that's my assumption there. Or my way of how I would have tried to defend, but okay. Cool, now with the second TC, exactly what he did in game number 1. The Mistocrest. Ah. The Mistocrest is this second name or what? Okay, that's interesting. Ooh, nice find here by Mr. BacT. Finds at least 3 villager kills, make it 4. I think 4 villager kills in the end. Being scared away without a single knight loss. Good job here for sure. Obviously, triple archery range play, no surprise. On the other side, archery range number 4 is already being built. And now we are collecting some relic arenas. Scouts finding quite some kills here together with the horse archers, and I think he could even commit against that tower now. Only 3 longbowmen. Scouts will heal up afterwards. And yeah, that's just cool being completely cleared up. And that's what we've seen over and over again. English here in this 3-3 scenario just feel like they are a bit too mobile. I'm thinking to... I'm trying to remember, when did we see English performing well? Danube River, we had them controlling the river quite nicely against fishing ships. Still lost that game. That's kind of it. They're not scaling incredibly well to imp. We might be learning some in this tournament here that English are actually not that great. It's Greek Christian name. The Mistocles is the pronunciation. Mistocles. Mistocles. Okay, okay. Interesting. They don't scale for turtle maps and are too slow for the open maps. Yeah. Feels like English are not that good in 3v3s. Something that's unintuitive to me. I thought that just a longbow mass could be really nice as a backline. But maybe you are not getting into enough fights with big backlines. Another good raid here by BacT against LucifroN. We will check on villagers pretty soon. After we see this raid maybe finishing. More villagers being targeted down, but lots of knights now falling. Maybe staying in a bit for too long here, BacT. Oh, this is not too pretty. And Mista, look at that! Horsemen now chasing those down. That's a pretty nice play. It's a pretty nice team play. Knowing, okay, my horsemen are faster and will chase this one down. And BacT sits at 47 villagers, while LucifroN sits at 37. So a solid 10 villager advantage. Those raids certainly paying off. And are those mango dice? Ooh. Mango dice actually added here. Huh. And now upgrade to veteran horsemen. Some knights as well. All that is cleared up now. So it's veteran mango die, veteran horsemen. Not really what I would have expected as an army comp. We've seen mass lancer play most of the time. Sometimes mango die being mixed in. The guy that played Mangodai the most was Capoch. English rely on longbowman aggression too much, and 3-3 taking longbows can be easily picked off by teammates sending an additional horseman. That's what we kind of feel and kind of have seen, yeah. By the way, this is the middle sacred site. Then we have one at the top there and one at the bottom left. Okay, that's a weird spawn. Obviously, big attack here in the center. ACCM close to LucifroN's knights. LucifroN obviously should have higher numbers simply because BacT lost so much. And those horsemen or horse archers should now get some problems. LucifroN maybe moving in. Oh, looks a bit tricky. Disengaging. No commitment here by Mista. I'd really like to know how Mangodai are performing and how they are really the unit that you want to add. Certainly nice to see all three players working together here. And that's the big problem, right? Longbowman only now coming over. And Cool again. A bit on the late side, what it feels like. This is like a really good fight here. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Longbowman not around. Horse archers being pushed back. We see BacT being pushed really far back in his base. He was 10 villagers ahead, but now obviously more than 10 villagers behind. He has some in the towers. That's kind of it. Some of them burning and being pushed back so far. Sacred Site contested at the bottom. So many idols as well. BacT, he will struggle a lot to get ever back into this game. Finally, longbowmen are arriving. But that's still feudal age as well after 15 minutes. Yeah, extra TC there by Mr. Cool, but that's still so much to do. Now horsemen dealing with those, I believe. Mangodai are around trying to deal with the horse archers here at the side. And horse archers of VortiX are pushing in, while we also have veteran or the royal knights of LucifroN still in feudal age as well, chasing this one down. The 3 flanks are feudal except, or 4 flanks except Mista, who obviously is already going for the veteran upgrades. And those knights not even in combat, they're just chasing down, even healing up. This one looks really good. And again, the 2 brothers with just really strong armies here, and Mista somehow supporting so nicely. He had to obviously deal with the aggression of Cool early on, who's now going for the white tower. Should have the best economy of all players. Maybe we just quickly look at LucifroN. Pop 70. We have ACCM 80. VortiX 100. BacT not even 50 and plummeting. Mista at 70 and Cool only with 80. How's that a thing? 70 villagers but only 12 military. Ooh. Okay. Big problems here. Ay. Okay. VortiX now being forced to run away. Okay, ACCM is holding this. Good job, but BacT is so much out of this game. Oh no. 37 population, 26 idols. Just counting on his teammates to help out. And that's obviously not going to happen. 3 sacred sites in VortiX control pretty soon as well. Oh no, that's actually ACCM who snuck one through. But now they're diving into the horse archers. Oh, this is tricky. BacT obviously still has builds. 16, as you can see, idle. 20 of them on food now. But that's 34 villagers, not a single military unit. And this is full ranged army now. That means like Mangonels should deal with this one pretty nicely. If Mista decided to go for some siege. But it just feels like Royal Knight, Horse Archer are still doing reasonably well to pushing this one back. Maybe just taking a small rest. LucifroN obviously not the greatest setup for him either. Right? 30 food. Still in feudal age. Not the player that will contribute like endless amounts of stuff. Actually controls that sacred site here at the side. That's a bit surprising though. I think that's the POV of the player, right? If we go in VortiX, yeah, that's blue now. Okay. Just, it's weird that on the minimap it's shown as red. Team play by the brothers is so on point. Yeah, I'm really happy to see that for sure. Monk around as well to heal up all those horse archers. One at 5 HP on them. On the other side, we obviously have that upgrade as well. Cool now with an outpost. And Cool could potentially still have the best economy, right? I think it's likely that he's the only one that went to the second TC. Siege Workshop now, exactly what we wanted to see. And once I think we got like 2 Mangonels out, having the French player close to that means Mangonels can't really be countered by horse archers and longbowmen. Tricky. Horse archers trying to find something. Oh, BacT actually had some villagers saved there at the top. Good for him. Whoopsie, muted after that one. So it's 5 relics for VortiX, 4 relics for ACCM, and they're contesting the sacred site at the top. So gold income should be pretty good for Mr. VortiX pretty soon. While BacT obviously at 0 right now. Those villagers still idle, was raided at the front, so not an option. And now just lost another bunch of villagers. VortiX 133 population, 31 only for BacT. Not looking too pretty at all. And VortiX, solid gold income. Now should get really close to 800 here any second. And no, even above that, right? Because he obviously still has hunting cabins working for him as well. So like 862 should be the number that we in the end get to. But I think this is less important than this crazy fight here. Longbowmen still scaring away those. Production, as you can see, big swarm there at the bottom. VortiX disengaging. LucifroN finally reaching castle age. Probably could heal up and now adds 4 more stables. Hello. And, well, landmark tracker. No, not landmark. Sacred site tracker. Basically now started. ACCM still trying to hold on. They're still trying to prolong this game, prolong this series. Obviously, they know they need to win 3 games in a row. Otherwise, they finish in the quarterfinals of the first ever $20,000 3v3 Age of Empires 4 tournament. Traps out now. Siege Workshop moves forward. Maybe more towers, maybe more lancers. Makes lots of sense. Putting the pressure on Cool means he can't really defend against the horse archers on the other side of the map. Big engagement here. I was so sure that VortiX would just run and disengage. Okay, that's a tiny bit of a mistake, I would think. Huh. Interesting. Some more harassment here. And yeah, just save this one. Sacred Side Tracker is still active for them, but BacT actually took that one back now. Okay, Trap out, Mangonel out, quite some Mango die around, Lancers as well. Spread formation shouldn't really work against the Mangonels. Trap still shooting from distance, not the craziest damage output ever. Mango die obviously great in chasing down retreating units. More Lancers could go forward, Mangonel moving forward as well, while we see quite a clash in the center as well. So Longbowman not being microed here, he's microing everything at the left hand side, that being Mr. Cool, and is just getting ruffle stomped without really paying attention. Rough scenario, and now triple trap, something we don't see too often in Age of Empires 4, we have to say. Simply because bombards are so good against buildings. But okay, Springald, quite a good unit to deal with that potentially. And that's why we don't see that many traps, because one single Springald actually pretty good. Pretty good at dealing with this. So many more horsemen are coming in. Poof. And BacT, yeah, just running villagers. Knows it's not looking pretty. And the big forces still continue. White Tower under quite a threat. The Springald actually didn't really get too much in here. And Mangodai chasing in, and it's looking worse and worse. BacT basically out of the game. Completely overrun here. And ACCM is still holding in. I see lots of problems though. Not enough wood for the repair, as you can see. Now repairs every single time he just drops off some wood here right now. And tries to hold it. Oh, went down to 160 HP. But still 3 trap shots are coming in. White Tower being repaired again. And Lancers are coming in. Mangonel. Bit indecisive there. Where they wanted to go. Oh god, more of BacT's villagers are going down. Goes for the woodline there. Actually, could afford another TC, which is good for him. But still will be tricky. More speed here. Oh, horsemen are coming over. So ACCM will most likely get a clear up here. And that is really nice team play. But it's triple Mangonel. Is that actually enough? Ooh, ACCM. Those are maybe some more shots. The horse archers obviously getting pretty deep into the Lancers, and another Mangonel shot still an option. So that actually was not as efficient as I hoped for ACCM. But meanwhile, the big attack is coming in and diving into deep into his economy. Second TC is helping out quite a bit, but villager losses were to be seen. Plus more is dying here of BacT, and it feels more and more like, even after taking some reasonable engagement, even after some nice team play, this will not be enough, and we will have Los Pollos Hermanos going into the semifinals. The Mista, LucifroN, and VortiX. 3 players that are probably considered all to be top 10 in the world right now. Some might even consider all of them top 6 in the world right now. Teaming up and having a great performance. Nice executed strategies, clear plan, and they might be the big favorites to win this tournament here on Sunday. Obviously, they will have to go through the Taiwanese team on Saturday first, but crazy strong performance in the finals. Potentially. We have BC Cutie, the Muslim, and Recon. But obviously, we still have a Chinese team, WWP, full of Age of Empires 2 superstars that are quite a threat as well. VNS Cool, that was a crazy villager count. Let's take a look at that one again. So, clearly ahead, but BacT was so far behind. Military count, quite some jumps, and Cool had quite a bit, but yeah, then horrible engagement number 1, and then horrible engagement number 2. That was the double-pronged attack, and that was the Mangonel shots in the end. Statistics, we can see BacT can't have a great KD. LucifroN actually got quite a reasonable number there, to my surprise. Cool. I don't really think that's a good option anymore. English in team games. But, well, maybe people will still figure something out. BacT this game, even though it was like 26 minutes long, couldn't really reach Castle Age. And that's it from me for YouTube. Goodbye, Hippo lovers over there.